Liverpool team vs Brighton confirmed as Mohamed Salah returns and Salah Wirtz decision made. Liverpool fans make feelings clear on Mohamed Salah after Brighton return. Liverpool handed fresh injury concern vs Brighton as Joe Gomez forced off in first half. Milos Kerkez makes honest Andy Robertson admission amid fight for Liverpool's spot. Now details. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot has confirmed his starting 11 for the visit of Brighton, with Mohamed Salah back in the matchday squad following his outburst last weekend, but named among the substitutes. Alisson Becker is in goal, with Joe Gomez, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk and Milos Kerkez lining up along the back four. Connor Bradley is back from injury, but the Northern Irishman is suspended. In midfield, Liverpool has gone with Dominic Szoboszlai, himself only one caution away from a ban and with 4 games, including this one, to get through before the cut-off point, Alexis Mac Allister, Ryan Gravenberch and Curtis Jones. Salah Wirtz comes into the team in place of Alexander Isak, though the Swede is fit enough for the bench. Hugo Ekitike completes the starting 11 with Federico Chiesa among the subs again after missing the Champions League win over Inter Milan through illness. After the disappointment of Elland Road, that was a very satisfying ending at San Siro. Van Dijk writes in the official matchday program. It was great to walk out onto the pitch for some media duties, well after the final whistle, and to hear you guys singing and chanting from the away end. Your support is never taken for granted, I can assure you, and as a team we love to be able to give you nights like that, in one of the truly great football venues. The aim now, of course, is to follow on from Milan with another good performance this afternoon against a strong Brighton side. It has been a few weeks since we last won at Anfield, and that is something we are desperate to put right today. The best teams are the consistent ones, the ones who deliver both home and away, and that is where we need to get back to. I know we can do that. It hasn't been perfect, by any means, but I believe we have taken some positive steps in recent games. Hopefully, with you guys behind us all the way, we can take another big one today. Every game in the Premier League is tough. Kerkez adds. That's what I learned when I came here. You have to be 100% focused every game because everyone can beat everyone. But I'm sure now after the Inter game we will be ready physically, mentally, and obviously we play at home. We have to bring back that feeling that when you play in Anfield you cannot play easily. Hopefully everyone will be ready. It will be an important 3 points. Liverpool fans make feelings clear on Mohamed Salah after Brighton return. Mohamed Salah's return to Liverpool's squad against Brighton drew immediate reactions from supporters, with fans quickly making their feelings known about the forward situation. Last week, Salah claimed he had no relationship with Liverpool's head coach Arne Slot, making several explosive remarks in a bombshell interview following the 3-3 draw at Leeds United. Speaking to reporters after watching the match from the bench at Elland Road, he accused the club of breaking promises made when he signed a new contract and described the situation as not acceptable. His comments subsequently led to his omission from the squad for Liverpool's midweek trip to face Inter Milan in the Champions League. Salah returned to the squad for Saturday's clash against Brighton after holding talks with Slot at the AXA training centre on Friday, though the details of their discussions remain unclear. The 33-year-old didn't return to the starting 11 but remained on the bench for his 4th game. Ahead of the game, Salah received a warm round of applause as he headed down the tunnel after the warm-up and reciprocated the gesture. Salah received loud cheers and applause after he replaced Joe Gomez, who was forced off with an injury after just 25 minutes. Around this time last year, a banner appeared on the Kop depicting Salah with the words, FSG. He fires a bow, now give Mo his dough. By April, Salah was celebrated on a throne inside Anfield to mark his new contract, and just over 2 weeks later, Liverpool secured the Premier League title. Fast forward 8 months, and the 33-year-old found himself out of the starting 11, embroiled in a public dispute with the club and Slot. In a damning statement regarding his relationship with Slot, Salah replied to a question about how the pair get along behind the scenes. Yeah, there's no relationship between us, he said. It was very good relationship and now all of a sudden there is no relationship. After what I have done for the club, it really hurts, Salah added. You can imagine, really. After going from home to the club and you don't know if you are starting. I know the club too well, I have been here many years. Tomorrow Carragher is going to go for me again, and that's fine. He was also questioned on whether he regretted signing the new 2-year contract earlier this year. Imagine how bad that I have to answer it, honestly, Salah said. That hurts, even the question hurts. This club, signing for this club, I will never regret it. I thought I'm going to renew here and end my career here, but this is not according to the plan, so I'm not regretting signing for the club for sure. Liverpool handed fresh injury concern versus Brighton as Joe Gomez forced off in first half. Joe Gomez has handed Liverpool a fresh injury concern after being forced off with an injury during the first half of Liverpool's game against Brighton. The England defender lined up at right back for the Premier League meeting with the Seagulls but lasted less than half an hour, with Mohamed Salah coming on in his place. Gomez has struggled with injuries throughout his career, and the last year has seen him suffer a number of problems, with a hamstring problem sidelining him for the second half of last season. Gomez's withdrawal forced Dominic Szoboszlai back to right back, due to the lack of suitable options on the Liverpool bench to replace the 28-year-old. Jeremy Frimpong remains sidelined with a hamstring problem, while Connor Bradley was suspended for the game against Brighton after picking up his 5th yellow card of the season against Leeds last weekend. Young centre-back Giovanni Leone remains sidelined with a long-term knee injury, while Wataru Endo, another possible option to play in defence, is out with an ankle injury. Liverpool's defensive injury situation meant that the only genuine defenders named on the bench against Brighton were Andy Robertson, Welody Lucky and Calvin Ramsey. Gomez came in for praise from Arne Slot earlier this month after returning to the team for the victory over West Ham. Slot said that the defender possessed the rare quality of being able to play at a high level regardless of how long he had been sidelined for. It's a skill set he has, Slot said in a press conference. After a long time not playing, you can play him again, and he just performs as he did before that. That's something that's not easy, because I've worked with more than a few players that, after a certain amount of time without playing, it's difficult to get to a certain standard again. So it's definitely one of his skill sets. Milos Kerkez makes honest Andy Robertson admission amid fight for Liverpool's spot. Milos Kerkez insists Liverpool still need the really important Andy Robertson, despite him being the Hungarian's direct competition. Kerkez arrived this summer to challenge the experienced left-back, joining from Bournemouth for $53 million and quickly stepping into the role. Widely regarded as one of the Premier League's standout left-backs last season, his signing marked the clearest indication yet that Liverpool were entering a new phase after Robertson's long-established reign on Merseyside. Although the Hungarian has faced some adaptation challenges, he has largely remained Arne Slot's preferred option, making 16 starts this season compared to Robertson's 9, and it is unclear who will start against Brighton on Saturday. Despite that, Kerkez maintains that the Scotland captain remains vital to the squad and was asked whether the competition would help bring out the best in him. Especially me, I always like to compete and show the best version of myself, the 22-year-old told the club's website. I think it's always important, and especially to have competition like Robbo. You have to always, if you're playing good, if you have competition like that, you have to continue to do good. You know, if you don't have competition, then maybe it's possible playing top, and you start to drop, and then you need someone to pick you back up again. I think it's really important. It's Liverpool, so there's a lot of games and you need only the best players here. That's what we have. One challenge for Kerkez has been adapting to a subtle shift in responsibilities from his time at Bournemouth. This season, he has frequently been deployed as an inverted fullback, underlapping Cody Gakpo, with the pair still working towards a better on-field understanding. On developing relationships with his new teammates, Kerkez added, "It's coming. We do a lot of video analysis, and we talk between each other with the coach and everything. With time everything comes good, and in the last few weeks some results were not great, and some were good. I think we're coming good together, and when you're new, a few new players came, you need some time. I know how it was for me when I went to Bournemouth. You need time, But what is most important is that you're willing to take on everything, competition, and to learn and improve. I'm like that. I know with time everything will be good in the team,